Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason here on this damp and dreary Tuesday morning for our check-in. We're going to jump back into Acts 10 just a little bit, where we spent some time on Sunday. And as I mentioned, we didn't have time to get into all of what happens in Acts 10, and there's so much. I just want to share just one small snippet for us today. This comes from, we're going to start at verse 24, all right? So Acts 10, starting at verse 24. The following day, they came to Caesarea. Cornelius was expecting them, and he called together his relatives and close friends. On Peter's arrival, Cornelius met him, and falling at his feet, worshipped him. But Peter made him get up, saying, "Stand up, I am only a mortal." This interaction between Peter and Cornelius comes about as a result of a double vision. Peter gets a vision of these men who are going to come and get him, to take him to see Cornelius. Cornelius gets a vision of Peter in Joppa and sends his men to go get him. I mean, there's miraculous things at hand to make this meeting take place. And when it happens, when Peter arrives, Cornelius falls at his feet and begins to worship Peter. I think that Peter here faces a great temptation. I mean, he knows the revelation that's been revealed to him, this divine series of events that has orchestrated this meeting. I think Peter's probably got to fight the human urge to maybe just bask in that worship just a little bit, to kind of soak in the fact that someone is bowing down to him. I think that would be very natural for us. But Peter immediately tells him, "No, get up, stand up. I am only a mortal. I'm not the object of worship. I am just a man. But I get to speak on behalf of the one who is worthy of worship. I get to represent the one who is worthy of your adoration." It's just it's a small line there. It's a small part of this whole encounter that is so powerful. But it's one that I think that we would do well to be reminded of, that we would do well to try to emulate just a little bit more often. Humility has been lost a lot in our society, in our culture these days. The idea of, I'm doing a great thing, look at me. Peter has a chance to really soak in a lot of attention, a lot of respect, and be the object of worship. But he immediately stops it, puts a halt to it, and says, no, I'm just the man. I'm just a mortal. But let me tell you about Jesus, because he is worthy of your worship. He is worthy of your respect. We see how much that Peter has grown throughout the course of the Gospels to now in Acts. I think it's just a testament to really what that Christ can do for us, to how that we can be changed. So what I want to leave us with today, what I want to put out before us, think of it as a challenge or just a thought to ponder today, is what I want to ask us to do, friends, is the next time that it seems like that maybe you or I, that we're becoming an object of worship, either by someone else or even by ourselves, which might be the case far too often. The next time that we find ourselves becoming the object of worship or the center of attention, can we stop it? Can we stop and say, no, I am just a mortal, but let me tell you about someone who is worthy. Now, I'm just a mortal, but let me tell you about where I get my gifts from, my talents from. I am just a mortal, but let me tell you about the one whose words that I'm speaking. I think there are probably many instances throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the month for us where that we get a really good opportunity to have a door opened before us to say, hey, you know what, I appreciate the compliments. Thanks for working with me here. But hey, you know, I'm just a mortal. I'm just doing what God has called me to, and here's how God has worked in my life. Sometimes these situations are golden opportunities to share the gospel. And as we know from reading farther into Acts 10, when we take advantage of the opportunities to share the gospel, God often shows up, pours out his Spirit, and amazing things can happen. So I just invite you today and in the coming days, friend, be looking for those places where that you can, hey, remind people that you're not the center of the universe. You're not the center of attention. That you and I, we're not meant to be worshipped. But we can speak for and we can represent the one who is meant to be worshipped. And let me tell you about him. Friends, thanks for spending this time together today. Hope you have a great day. Hope you stay dry, stay warm, be safe and be well, and remember just how much that you are loved. Thanks, friends.